guess who's back? Back again. That is correct. Your favourite host, Atlantis Carez, is back from the dead, and welcome to my first ever challenge run on this channel. Now, I've been away for a year or so, and I'm not going to bore you with any details or false stories about how I'm a hero and woe is me, and I'm a victim. I was lazy. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video, as today we aim to find out, can you beat Red Dead Redemption 2 as a hunter? A few rules before we begin that I'd like to go over. Rule number 1, I'm not allowed to kill enemies or shoot at enemies with a gun unless completely necessary. This means that although I am using a gun, forced dead-eye sections or standoff sections, while still being counted as a fail, will not end the run. This is quite a simple explanation. This is to make sure that the video actually goes on for more than 10 seconds, and that we can see how far Arthur Morgan and John Marston can get into the game without using a gun or any non-hunter based weapons. I am only allowed to use the bow and arrows, throwing knives, tomahawks, hunting knife, and any other melee weapon, including my fists I may pick up during my playthrough. I will also allow trampling with my horse, as although I am controlling the horse, I do not count it as Arthur killing someone. The horse accidentally standing on an animal or a person will not be counted as a fail. I must hunt all legendary animals that I can as Arthur, and if there are any locked behind the end of the game, then I must finish them off as John before I can declare the challenge as over. I must create a hunter's outfit for Arthur and get all upgrades I can get from Pearson in the camp. I must do all hunting related side quests in the game before I can claim it is finished. Now, with that mountain of rules out of the way, let us begin and let us today find out, can you beat Red Dead Redemption 2 as a hunter? The game opens up with a snowy mountain as the Van gang ride through the snow in their wagons. An odd choice, as humans aren't really built for snowy weather, but we come to learn that this is just one of the many bad choices that these lovely upstanding citizens make. After plenty of riding around in the mountainside, we get jump scared by an old man with a gun, posing in such a way that would make the late great Leslie Nielsen smile. And immediately afterwards, we find out that Davy is dead. I'm sure Dark Viper or you might be very sad if he learns that Davy is dead. Ride off with Mr. Bell to check out a nice little homestead he found, potentially full of goodies, or baddies. After some more riding, we come up to the homestead Micah told us about, and true to his word, the place is bustling with noise and lights, which must mean that these people are lovely and friendly, right? So, for those of you who remember the rules, you'll remember that I am not allowed to use any guns, or weapons that are not allowed by the rules that I have set. Now, in this scene, we run into the first issue of the challenge run. Arthur does not have a bow yet, he does not have throwing knives yet, he does not have tomahawks yet, or even a horse that I can use. And in this mission, you have to fight and kill multiple people who have guns. The only weapon that I have at my disposal in this mission that I can use is my hunting knife, and for those of you unaware, bringing a knife to a gunfight is oftentimes not a good idea, hence the saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Now then, I'm going to let this play out for you in its entirety to see just how irritating this mission was for me to do.
There's a body in the wagon. I hear you, just keep your eye. Over there! More of them! hear you. Just keep your eyes on Dutch.
Well, who died? Dutch died, of course he did.
Body in the wagon. Shit! Look out! There's more of the On behalf of the O'Driscolls, I don't like fire, but I'm good at it. It's my turn now. Sorry, boy. There's another one shooting from the window. I don't go down. One of them's making a run for it. How you doing, good master?
Stamina before. Come on. Yes. As you can see, I died. This mission is the first of many missions like this. Missions where I am completely stuck using only the hunting knife or my fists. I restart from the nearest checkpoint, Dutch dies. It is at this point that already my hope starts to dwindle, and I start to worry that maybe I won't be able to beat this challenge. But after restarting again, my luck finally turned around. I don't know what it was that I did differently that made me win, but this time I killed them all. And finally, we were able to progress with the mission. I chased down one of the remaining gang members shooting at us, and after killing him, returned to Dutch and Micah to loot the house. After some talking between Arthur and Dutch, we learned that the gang we just killed were the O'Driscolls, a rival gang to the Van der Linde gang and run by a one Colm O'Driscoll, who has a long rivalry with Dutch, which we will sure learn about very soon. After some looting of the damaged and seemingly now empty house, we go outside to check the noises in the barn, and upon entering, we get jump scared by Foxy from FNAF, but after knocking him off, we realise it's just one of the remaining O'Driscoll boys who managed to escape our killing spree. We give him a good walloping and then interrogate him in classic Arthur Morgan fashion, featuring some good old western thrashing and whacking before deciding to spare his life and allow him freedom to leave, so long as he doesn't come back or rat on us. Returning back to the house, we hear some screaming and see that Micah has found a woman hiding in the cellar, and unsurprisingly is harassing her and being his usual disturbing self. Unsurprisingly again, Micah starts a fire in the house, causing Dutch to step in and firmly calm things down. With Dutch using that Van der Linde charm, the woman calms down, and we learn she is one of the owners of the house alongside her recently deceased husband, and so we decide to take her with us until we can figure out what she wants to do.
He was my husband.
With that mission over, we move on to mission 2, where Abigail comes to us asking for us to look for Little John. Unfortunately though, Arthur isn't carrying a copy of the 1973 Disney movie Robin Hood, and so we cannot give that to Abigail and call it a job well done. So, being the goodest lad in the West that he is, Arthur goes for a ride with Javier in search of John.
Hey, I see some smoke. Come on, let's take a look.
We come across a camp and look in disgust at how the person staying there could leave such a mess and agree that murder might just be the only option here. Following the trail of the evil devils who did this, we continue riding for a while. It is here where I begin to worry about the fact that I still do not have a bow.
That way. Sure, well, come on then. Somewhere. I don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here. I grabbed that shotgun from your horse. Who knows what's up ahead?
God damn it.
Come on.
Let's go.
It's coming from this way. Okay. Yeah, that we're high up here.
You're telling me. John, you there?
I'm here! Down on the ledge!
That's John! We're coming!
Down here! Fellas there!
All right! Hot down, Marston!
He's down here.
That's quite a scratch you got there, Little John.
Look up there.
Perfect. I'll distract him while you get to the horses. Go! Draw them off.
I can't even shoot at the grounds of wolves while returning back to camp with John. Now, on any normal playthrough, this wouldn't be an issue. Just shoot the wolves and move on, right? Well, unfortunately, for me, shooting the wolves is not an option. Seeing as I do not have a bow, so after saving Little John, we return to our horses and I stand knife in hand bravely facing down the wolves. Is what I would say if I didn't immediately fail the challenge and fuck up my own rules. There's no way to put this. I pulled out a gun and I shot near the wolves, which immediately broke the rules. Do I fail the run, hang up my hat and point dramatically at a camera that is not there and say now it is your turn to take my place? No, I continue. Seeing as I never actually shot the wolves or killed them, I don't really count this as a fail. Sure, you can argue that I failed the challenge and I broke my own rules, but at the same time, I made them, so technically I can do whatever I want. But for the sake of pleasing you ravenous beasts, I'll do you a solid here, and we'll add a little number to a counter right there in the top right of the screen that says number of fails. Now then, let's play out the rest of this fight, shall we? After remembering I cannot in fact shoot the wolves, I use All Reliable, and sure enough, you can indeed stab the wolves. Stab him, Arthur. Stab. It takes a few attempts, but finally I manage to kill them all with only my knife, and we get John and Javier to safety. Yes! Once everyone is all aboard the horses, we say choo-choo and begin riding off in the direction of camp, only to get quickly ambushed by even more wolves. Lucky for me, I have the most powerful weapon in the game, the horse. You may recall earlier on learning the rules, I said that trampling with the horse is allowed. Now some of you might not know this, but the horse can in fact kill enemies by standing on them or running over them. In this mission, I cannot get off my horse as Javier will get too far away and the mission will fail. And I also need to kill the wolves, and seeing as I cannot access my knife while atop the horse, I decide to do the next best thing, and that is running over the wolves with my horse. And after some running back to camp, we finish off the mission with John safe and sound and Arthur having a rest and writing in his journal about the events so far.
We've been running for weeks. We found shelter and been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for.
The next day comes by, and we finally get access to the mission that truly gets us started in this run, the aftermath of Genesis. Mr. Pearson, gloomy and glum as ever, talks to us about starving here because of our lack of food. We have a nice chit-chat with him, and thankfully Arthur has some common sense, and we manage to skip his dialogue and avoid hearing about what him and all the other men got up to in the Navy with each other. With Charles here to save the day, he takes us to go out hunting and gives us access to the best weapon in this game for the run that we are doing. Yeah, the bow isn't perfect. It has a very limited ammo supply. Compared to other guns and other weapons, the bow does not have a very high amount of ammo. meaning we are going to have to make constant runs back to a store, a gun store, or anywhere that sells arrows. Now, arriving at the hunting spot, we take the bow off our horse's back and put it to good use hunting down Bambi's mother. After killing 2 of the deer, we begin our ride back to camp, where we come across our greatest foe so far, the bear. Now, luckily this is optional. We don't have to kill the bear, we can just stay away from it and let it walk past. It is not something that needs to be attacked, and not something that we need to worry about. However, I'm very stupid. Well, my stupidity, or perhaps curiosity, gets the better of me, and I attempt to fight a bear with a bow and some arrows. Realizing I'm fresh out of honey, this bear who escaped the big blue house rips into me and causes me another death. That adds multiple deaths now to the scoreboard. Realizing this isn't worth trying again, I let the bear pass before riding with Charles back to camp. We return, skin the deer, giving the camp some more grub, and finish the mission up.
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know.
With the bow now acquired, we can finally start putting some real damage into our enemies and stop cowering behind cover all the time. And there is no better opportunity to test this out than what is coming next. And we head out on another quest. If you remember the bard at that homestead earlier in the video, you'll recall we interrogated an O'Driscoll for the location of their leader Cole. Now knowing where he is, we set out on our horses to go and find him and ask him if he's the one who's been destroying nature by leaving all those camps around the mountains. We ride along, Dutch gets a little upset that Arthur keeps questioning why he does naughty things, and we arrive at the O'Driscoll's camp. After looking through our binoculars, we grab our bow from our horse and follow Dutch down to the camp, sneaking past all the enemies who somehow don't see us until we reach a meeting point. Dutch asks whether we want Arthur to take the lead or whether he should take the lead, and this is where I realise the limited arrows that I have are really going to screw me. Now, as I said already, the bow is an okay weapon. It is very powerful, it can very much leave a big dent in people, and it is very, very useful. However, the limited arrows can very much screw you over. Luckily, if you shoot an enemy with some arrows, you can immediately go and pick it back up again. But having limited arrows really hinders that. It makes it hard to get close to enemies to pick things up because you're being fired on by every person in the area. But we let Dutch take the lead, and he takes the first shot, and we rush in as a fight ensues. I'll let you all witness how this fight worked out in all its glory, as this was probably the best fight in Red Dead Redemption 2 that I am going to have in this entire run. It was smooth, it was perfect, and it went great, so I will let you all witness this.
Alright, on me. Good luck. Kill every last one of these bastards!
They're under that walkway there!
Go after them!
Let's go back.
It's not destroyed!
My health is already
God damn!
Go down, bastards! Come on, you! Bastard! You think you can take us? You boys are goddamn joking! Not a man for me to fight!
Damn it, they're still hiding in those cabins.
She's gonna die real quick.
Take out those bastards in the cabin.
We outlaws for good reason. That's all of them.
The bodies. Strip everything.
Having access to Deadeye proves to be a huge lifesaver here,
Huh?
as not only does it mean we can get guaranteed headshots, but it also means that we save on arrows and don't have to worry about ammo as much, because missing is not that big of an issue.
Oh shit! Look out! More of the bastards coming out of the trees. Let's drill these bastards clean.
You pissing yourself?
Shit, there's a lot of them. What do you think, Arthur? We hold ground here or go after them?
Hey, fucking son.
Reckon we're better holding here.
All right, pick them off as they come out of the trees.
6
It
arrows.
was a full-face fight. They're hiding in the trees.
Much more than 6.
You're gonna die, you yellow-bellied bastard! Old OD's gonna have a bone to pick with you!
Oh, this has got so much more speed than the God, I would have forgotten.
The cowards are running away. Good work, boys. Back to the camp. Get what we need.
Don't know where any of my arrows are. After cleaning up the O'Driscolls, looting all their corpses, and returning to Dutch, we begin searching the place for any supplies. After finding some dynamite, we learn that Bill Williamson is very clearly desperate for love, seeing as he gets a bit too excited over the smell of dynamite.
Man down.
Good work,
Doing that, we return to Dutch and begin riding back to camp with everyone. On our way back, we find one of the O'Driscoll stragglers trying to escape us, and with our trusty lasso, we grab him, tie him up, and we go back to
We're
camp.
heading back. Just bring him back alive. Could be useful.
Okay, you got it.
Go.
Whilst poor little John is laying on his deathbed, Arthur offers him a lovely little snack.
I got some jelly beans. You like jelly beans?
Reading him his last right.
We check up on John and see he's still dying before Dutch walks in and asks us to come and check out this cool train he found. Arthur, being a lover of trains, eagerly says yes and again sets off to check out Dutch's fancy little choo-choo. When we arrive, Arthur realizes he's been bamboozled and hoodwinked by Mr. Manderland, and we are actually here to rob the train instead of simply look at it and spot it. Begrudgingly, we set up the dynamite with Bill to make sure he doesn't get too excited when he's alone with it and cause it to get a little bit damp. We then regroup with the rest of the crew, and we get ready to blow the tracks and rob the train.
Cover your face.
Now unfortunately, leaving Bill alone with the dynamite was a very bad decision. He seemed to have gotten the dynamite down with something, and it no longer wants to blow up. So with that a failure, we are just about ready to head home and call it a day when everyone starts jumping on the train like a complete maniac. Now, to break character here, this section worried me. It worried me a lot. This was going to be painful. When I got off my horse, I came to the realization that I didn't have my bow in my inventory ready. So I rushed to my horse to grab it and run back, and unfortunately, the game kind of screws you here. You don't have time to grab any weapons off of your horse. If you have a weapon on your horse by this point, and you want to bring it, for example the bow, you can't. The game is not going to let you. I tried to, but as soon as I got off of my horse and started running, I came back, I got my bow, and I ran to get on the train, and the mission failed because the train went past. So there was no way, unless I was being way too slow, to get this bow and to get on the train at the same time. However, I still jumped on the train, and I still managed to beat this mission fairly easily. This was a very shocking mission for how easy it was to beat with a knife. Seeing as I didn't have any other things to use, the knife was basically my only way of killing these people. And shockingly, it was really, really good. But I'll continue on now. I jumped aboard the train, things go smoothly to start with, we save Lenny from falling off and begin fighting some of the armed men on the train. Now, like I said, much to my surprise, taking them down was actually far easier thanks to Arthur being so close to them and them having not much space to run around or climb. So by the time they tried to start shooting at us, I was already stabbing them with the knife. I did fail once, thanks to the game throwing me off the side of the train as I grappled a man, but with that one failure down, we stopped the train and moved on to part 2.
Hey chat, Edit Reco here. I'm just here to add a little bit, because Kraz, boss, is busy. So effectively Kraz was saying how awesome this train fight was, but wasn't going to show it, and so I begged on my knees to make a cameo appearance. So I'll show up now and let you watch this fight.
Stop this train!
Get off!
Son of a bitch!
I have no idea how I am alive.
Once I start, I won't stop!
There we go.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. What the hell was Bill doing? He had long enough to set that charge.
Well, I hooked up the wire, but we won't mention that.
We gotta hurry. We have to stop this train.
That's what we're doing, kid.
What is wrong with you boys? Kill him! Shoot him!
Oh yes, please. Over there.
You ain't much of a fighter, huh?
How you doing there?
I'm okay. If we don't stop this train soon, the other boys will never catch us.
I know, just stay calm.
Got him? I ain't got a clear shot.
Jesus.
I'm going up. We have to stop this train.
Once the train stopped, Arthur and Lenny hop off and we are greeted by an army of armed guards all ready to kill us and stop us. this is where we come across our savior for this one, tonics. Health, stamina, and Deadeye tonics. They are going to be the biggest things we can get in this playthrough, because they are extremely useful. As a battle starts, I consume a health tonic and instantly charge into battle, tanking back. Fuck's sake. As the battle starts, I consume a health tonic and instantly charge into battle, tanking bullets with ease and charging down the foes in my path. Unfortunately, the first time doesn't go too well, as Lenny somehow ends up dying, no doubt due to me taking so long to kill the enemies. The second time, however, goes far smoother and me and Lenny take them down with ease. After getting some backup from the rest of the gang, we take them down and come up to the final train car, the one with all the goodies stashed inside. Unfortunately, we reach a point where I once again fail the challenge. However, once more, as this is not killing anyone, I don't really count it and instead continue as planned. Now this mission, I didn't test this, so I could be wrong, but as far as I am aware, you cannot beat this mission without shooting your gun at least once. As you can see, you need to shoot the train car to spook the guards inside and get them to open up the door so that you can get in and rob the train. Now, whether you can do this without shooting, I don't know. I didn't test this, and it is a bit too late to go back and test it. So, I'm just going to assume that you have no choice, and you have to shoot at the door, and we are going to move on. Once I fail to open the door, we use some dynamite, we blow up the door, open up a hole, and we get inside. Again, the dynamite, that is forced, you can't avoid that as far as I'm aware, so I'm going to ignore that. After rummaging around, finding some goodies inside, we load the guards back up, ride the train forwards a little to get rid of the evidence, and then jump off onto our horses, returning back to camp. Upon our arrival, Dutch announces that we're making a move to set up camp somewhere nicer and somewhere warmer. Warmer. Upon our arrival, Dutch announces that we're making a move to set up camp somewhere nicer and warmer. So Arthur, not wanting to speak to Dutch after he lied about the train, rides with Hosea instead, Mr. Naked Gun himself. The two have a nice chit-chat, and I'll spare you the old man speak about all the old good times and how Arthur came to be in the group. On the ride there, we ride the river, and much to our dismay, the wheel of our cart doesn't go round and round, it instead falls off. So, Arthur, being the good boy he is, uses his big muscles and smacks the wheel back into place. With the reel fixed and everyone's spirits high, we get back on our journey to the new camp. Upon our arrival, we meet up with Javier, who hops on the wagon alongside us, and we finally ride into camp, ready to start anew. With everything set up, everyone getting ready to go about their business and make some money, Dutch gives a big speech about family and about making lots of green, and thus ends episode 1 in chapter 1 of Can You Beat Red Dead Redemption 2 as a Hunter. Thank you all for watching episode 1. It's my first time doing a video like this, so I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment and feel free to subscribe. Any suggestions on how to improve are always welcome, and I hope to see you all in the next episode, where we continue on our perilous journey to see if Arthur can finally get to work hunting down some of the many beasts that roam America. My name is Atlantis Kraz. Stay safe, love you all. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If it's not your birthday today, happy day. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.